what's happening is that a lot of countries are thinking that it's rather cumbersome to maintain embassies and to go through all the consular processes when they know how stringent it is to get an American visa or to get a visa for the United Kingdom. So what they're doing is that, okay, they're saying to themselves, if you can qualify for a US or a UK visa with all these stringent checks that they make, then you know what, we don't even need to bother about giving you a visa. That your US and your UK visa, once you've used it at least to enter either the US or the UK, is sufficient for you to visit that country. And so with your UK and US visa, you can visit Albania if you are a Nigerian, Ghanaian or Kenyan citizen. You can visit Albania, you can visit Anguilla, you can visit Argentina if that's for only Kenyan citizens. So Nigerians and Ghanaians are not included in that. And then you can visit Belize, you can also visit Bermuda, Bonaire, the British Virgin Islands, you can visit Costa Rica. You know, incidentally, I just flew in back into California today, and the guy who actually drove me, the Uber driver who drove me from SFO to my house, is actually from Costa Rica. So I was asking him about Costa Rica, and then, you know, he painted a very beautiful picture about Costa Rica, showed me pictures, showed me the fauna, showed me the flora, you know, showed me their parks, their beaches. It's a really lovely country, you know, you should visit. And then there's Curacao, you know, Curacao, and then also you can visit the Dominican Republic. Now this is different from Dominica. Dominican Republic. You can also visit Georgia, and you can visit Gibraltar. You can visit Mexico. That's a big one for a lot of people. You can visit Mexico because it shares a border with the United States. Now a lot of people, they have ulterior motives in visiting Mexico because it's like and they think it's easy for them to cross off into the United States. Now I don't recommend that. You know, I recommend legal immigration, but you know, I just pointed out to you that's why a lot of people like to go there, and it's visa free for you if you have a UK or US visa if you're a Nigerian, Kenyan or Ghanaian citizen. And then another one is Montenegro. Montenegro is in Europe. And then you have Nicaragua. Now for Nicaragua, that's only available for Nigerian and Kenyan citizens. It's not available for Ghanaian citizens. And then you also have North Macedonia. You got Panama. You got Qatar. Qatar is a Middle Eastern country. You got Qatar, and then you also got Serbia. You know, Serbia is a somewhat I wouldn't call it the most welcoming country in the world, but then, you know, it's one of those countries that you can visit with either a UK or a US visa that you've used, because ideally they would want you to first of all go to the US or UK with that visa, then you can come to their country. And then you can also visit St. Martin's. I'm sure some of you saw a picture of me with my twin sons in the beach. I was shirtless. My sons had their beach clothes on. That was in St. Martin's. It's one of the most beautiful islands you can visit. It used to be a Dutch overseas territory until maybe about 5 years that they gained their independence, you know, so it's a lovely country. Their airport is on the water. Can you imagine that their airport is on the water? And then you can also visit Turkey. You can visit Turks and Caicos, and then you can visit South Korea. And now that's only available for Kenyan citizens. It's only available for Kenyan citizens. So South Korea only available to Kenyan citizens. Now here's the thing, like with some of these countries, like I mentioned, St. Martin's, which I've been, you know, it's very, very hard to get direct flights from Africa and even from Europe. It's very, very hard, you know, but an easy way out for these countries is if you can go to the country that granted them independence, you're likely to get a direct flight. So for a country like the British Virgin Islands, you get a direct flight from the United Kingdom. For a country like St. Martin's that was colonized by the Netherlands, you obviously get a direct flight with KLM. You know, so that's just the trick. If you can't get a direct flight, you know, from your country or from maybe like a lot of, because Kenyans, Nigerians and Ghanaians, they were colonized by the United Kingdom, so a lot of them like to go to the UK. If you can't get to one of these countries directly from the UK, just ask yourself what country colonized them, and then from that country you should be able to get a direct flight, you know, there. And you see, you know, this is why I find these quarrels that they have, Nigeria versus Kenya. I see it a lot on Twitter, on social media, Facebook, Instagram. It's so silly, you know, because for I mean, I don't know, let's say like 400 years, you know, like outside forces have been trying to divide Africa. And you know, like, we are so silly. We allow this to happen. Look at the xenophobia in South Africa, and then this silly Nigeria versus Kenya fight, sometimes Nigeria versus Ghana fight. You know, Kenya is a country I've visited twice. You know, I've visited a lot of African countries more than once. I visited Tanzania probably about 3 times, at least twice, maybe more. Now, I visited Kenya. Kenya is an extremely beautiful country, well run, very, very well organized. You know, and to this idea that you know, Kenyans, then Kenyans will look at Nigerians. No, we should all work together. We should all work together. We should be interdependent. It shows maturity. But if you are a Nigerian watching this, I want to give you an expose. If you look at, there's a ranking for passports. It's called the Henley's ranking. Henley's ranking. Henley. Henley's ranking. The Kenyan passport is actually much stronger than the Nigerian passport. You know, I mean, that's just, it's a sad reality, but that's what it is. The Ghanaian, in fact, the Kenyan passport is ranked at 77, and they have visa-free access to 72 countries. The Ghanaian passport is ranked, help me. I think it's ranked 84. Yes, it's ranked 84, and they have visa-free access to 64 countries. And the Nigerian passport is only ranked as 103. And we have only visa-free access to 45 countries. So, you know, like, we need to work together and stop all this, quit all this bickering. You know, so if you have any questions, if you've watched this, you have any questions, you know, maybe like you want to ask yourself, okay, can I go to these countries and work? You know, it's not everything I can say on camera. So what you can do is you can send me an email, or, and that's the best way, put your questions in the comment section. My staff and I were quite good at responding to your comments, and we'll give it our best shot. So send me an email or just put your questions in the comment section. Thank you for watching. God bless you.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is